Hey YouTube, this is Ono Sendai 8 coming back at you after my wedding, and that went really well. You can see I got a nice chunk of tungsten hotness here. I actually had two weddings last week because my wife is from China, so we went to Chicago for the wedding where most of her family is, and we had a completely traditional Chinese wedding with tea ceremony on Friday night, and then Saturday night we did the whole Western church wedding. And our reception had a lion dance at it, which was really awesome, and it was just a great experience. Her family really took me in. You know, I'm this huge blonde dude. I'm 6'2", like 250, 260. They made me a traditional Chinese silk robe, and they made them for my parents. So it went really great. It was really a wonderful week. I'm glad to be married. And I did some other fun stuff in Chicago. Like I went to the Museum of Science and Industry again, which I especially love because of its connection to the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. If you guys haven't read Devil in the White City, definitely pick up that book. Awesome, awesome book about the World's Fair and maybe America's first serial killer too, but it's all true. And when I was there at the gift shop, I got this handheld edition of Clue, the board game, and I got about 10 of these now. I'm kind of a closet board game geek too, but it's harder and harder to find people who want to spend the time to play them. But these little handheld Parker Brothers travel keychain games are pretty cool. The Scrabble one is really detailed, and I like it. So I guess I'll get back to the matter at hand here. I am reviewing Parachute today, which I got in my big pickup last week that you guys saw, actually 2 weeks ago now, that you guys saw in the video. Parachute was the very first original widescreen game. It was released on the 19th of June in 1981. They estimate they sold more than 1 million of them, and the French guide just gives it a rarity of 1. And as I record this now on eBay, you can find these anywhere less than, you know, 25 bucks and up. So definitely a cheap game you can grab if you are so inclined. It is pretty much the same game as Lifeboat that we talked about before, except you have parachuters coming down. You only have one screen with one set of boats. You have to pick them up on the boat, release them over here so the guy can pull them up, and otherwise they'll get fed to sharks. And something funny is, you might notice they're actually jumping out of this helicopter with 2 rotors. And another little known Ono Sendai 8 fact is, I was a professional Navy helicopter pilot for the U.S. Navy for about 4 years. And these helicopters, if this is the one that they intended to copy, which I like to believe in my heart it is, the CH-46, the Sea Knight, it's also called the Frog, probably the biggest death trap that flies in the air. Like, even if you're not going to fly in this thing, they actually make you go through the trainer of how to survive crashing in the ocean in it. So if you guys watch Officer and a Gentleman, there's a lot of stuff in there about that. But I can totally see why people will be jumping out of that piece of crap. So CH-46 Sea Knight. All these parachutists jump down. In Game A, they pretty much just fall through the sky. You grab them on the boat. You can see the usual stuff, Game A, Game B, time. There's a little miss counter down here. In Game B, the more difficult one, they actually get stuck in the trees and will swing back and forth a little bit and then fall. So you can't predict what they're going to do, which is kind of cool. The alarm, showing that the alarm's going to go off, is this little monkey waving a bell. It's a pretty cool game, and you can see I've still been too lazy to use the goof off here, but one's in pretty good shape. So let me go ahead and get this started here and stop boring you with my personal life. Ready? Here we go. So you can see a little guy comes down, his parachute opens, and I misspoke. They don't actually have to be dropped off. You just catch them in the boat here. And it gets crazier and crazier. See these sharks under me? I don't know what it is Nintendo had with feeding guys to sharks as they fell in water, but they're pretty sadistic. This is the whole game. Let's let someone fall in. Oh, he's eaten. There's the shark chasing him around right over to my miss counter. And this is one of the older games, so it doesn't have a whole lot of effects. If you guys like the look of this game, you can play it pretty much everywhere. It is in every single Game & Watch collection, as far as I know. It's in 2 or 3 of them that I have personally. I guess besides that, there's not a whole lot else going on with this game. This is Parachute. Let me just see if I can, when I die totally, if there's some kind of a death noise. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that was a complete game of Parachute. Pretty desirable game, first widescreen, definitely not an expensive game, and definitely a plentiful game. So I'm sorry this was such a short video, but I am back in town, and look out for some better stuff coming up soon. Thanks, guys.